Hi there, how are you? Blessings of love. Today I would like to share about being willing to be who you are. Now, why I choose this word called willing? It's like we always have some reservations or resistance that in us. When we love ourselves, we feel that it's not, we are not in deserving tag, or we're not in deserving box that we should be receiving more. Why? Because we have a lot of thoughts that we have kept since we were young, and it keeps us away for being who we really are. Now then, we have this so many builds up of thoughts, so many builds up of stories of life that we have inside us. People stories, movie stories, book stories. So when this goes on, it becomes a pile, a huge library in our mind. It's just like one huge big database. And that creates us that how we vision life is, how we vision ourselves with life. So the willingness becomes a very huge, long distance of, a walk. Like could be 100 kilometers, could be 1,000. That all depends on individual how willingly they are to love themselves. So when I'm sharing this about willingness, is just that the day when when you say to yourself in the mirror and say that I love you, and I know it can be very weird and shy and like what's this, and it's kind of like uh, not my kind of thing. You have all these thoughts. Can't blame you having all this. Why? Because, like I said, we have lots of stories that we have in our head. Now, there are good stories and there are bad stories. So, how do we differentiate? It all depends the choice you make of the day. Do you want to choose to pick the one of those stories that out it comes and you want to reflect you in a sense that you want a goodness out of the story? Then you make that choice. But at the same time, you got to feel the love inside you connected to that story. So here I'm sharing you that you got to be willingly to know, openly receiving that life has a lot more out there for you. It's just not the stories that you have kept over the years to keep you away from making a new story for yourself unlimitingly. So the willingly becomes the mediator between your past and your present to your future. Now, we're not going to leave ourselves in the future because we got to leave ourselves in the full present. In doing that, so there must be a complete of willingness of being open from your heart and your mind, with all that stories is crowding you. So it's very important to you to know that what stories are carrying inside you and how this willingly can grow from you. Okay, so let's start today. Get a book and write down the stories that you've been keeping inside you. You can put it in two ways. One is the good stories and one is the bad stories. Now, when you look at the bad stories, you gotta ask yourself: is this the story that you want to keep for your lifelong? What is this story is gonna give you? Is this story is gonna give you much happiness and open yourself to love yourself? Is this story is gonna be the greatest achievement of your life? All this question you ask, and then if not, please press the button called delete. Start deleting, 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 deleting. And then comes the other side, the good stories. Now, here's the good stories. The joy of it is you start picking the good stories and see what the values that you have created in you, what the good things that you have inside you. What is it out there for you? When you pick it, you put it all inside there and make you feel the better person than you are. And you choose these stories to remind you what you're capable and being better from where you are. So the willingness began to open to see the best of you. And that creates another pathway. So the other pathway to what? Willing to be more in love inside you. Willing to be more than what you believe that you can be. Willing to be the capable person that you are. Willing to be the most beautiful person that you are. So the many willingness of loving yourself. So that's about today's sharing is pick your stories. I'm going to share more on this big huge story box that we carry inside us. It's like the stories of the past, I call it. The good past, the bad past, the stories. So you got to know what are the stories you're keeping inside you, because that is your biggest key towards your life as you unfold it ongoingly. Thank you so much for listening to me. Signing off, your self love specialist. Blessings of love.